Peace and prosperity be unto all who's listening and watching. It's your girl, Shaeranea, right? And I'm back with another video. And today we're going to talk about unspoken, unpopular opinions, right? I did one yesterday, and this is the part 2. And after the part 2, we can move on to something different. I believe love is the one thing in the world that is greatly taken for granted and greatly misunderstood. For one, to fully understand love, you have to have wisdom and have the understanding to comprehend what love really is. Because without understanding, there is no way for us to even know what love is. To fully know anything, there's no ability to know without the wisdom or the understanding to comprehend what it is for us to understand what it is actually. So I feel love is a deeply taken for granted thing in this world, and is deeply misunderstood. Because yes, love is a gift, right? It's a gift that is universal. It, no matter who you give it to, no matter if it's reciprocated or not, love is full circle. Because you can give love to anybody. Even if they don't give you love back, you can give it to anybody. It's universal. It's full circle. And though love is a gift, what you do with gifts, like on Christmas, you give gifts even if people don't like the gifts you give. Not everybody's gonna appreciate your love, right? Not everybody's gonna appreciate your gift. And that's why love is considered a sacrifice. Because sometimes in loving people, you have to sacrifice yourself. And loving people, you have to sacrifice your well-being in hopes that one may be able to love again, or in hopes that they may see their worth one day and rise above it all. Sometimes you have to be a sacrifice, a well-gifted sacrifice. That's how I see it. We are bound to love and be loved and to fall in love. And love is the most amazing experience, but mostly greatly taken for granted. So the other thing is proper etiquette, proper respect. I feel people don't teach people respect. People don't teach people to respect each other. Parents should teach respect in the home. Parents should teach respect in their children so that children can be more respectful when they get older. Yeah, respect is earned, but there's a form of mutual respect for other people. I feel that people should have more respect for other people and in their beliefs, in their culture. I get it, but just respect in general for the person itself. Like, it doesn't even matter about their beliefs. I mean, at the end of the day, no matter what people say about you, what you believe, what you think, how you feel, they're not you. Their words can never dictate nor justify or change anything. So why would you be mad? Only you can change. Only you can mess up your life. Yeah, sometimes the decisions of others do affect our lives, like coronavirus, but ultimately you have the full control over your own life and your own decisions. Also, I want people to know that your thoughts aren't you. Your thoughts aren't you. Your emotions aren't you. And these are two different experiences that you go through within yourself, right? Two different experiences. Your thoughts are like clouds passing by. Some thoughts stay, some thoughts don't. Same with emotions. Some thoughts stick, and some emotions don't. You have to be very careful in what you feel sometimes, because you can confuse what you feel or think with who you are. And you should never get confused with, what you're feeling, what you're thinking, with who you are. Who you are is what you say you want to be, and who you set yourself out to be, and who you define yourself as. So never get confused with your emotions or thoughts, and make them seem, yeah, they are a part of your experience, but they aren't you. They don't make you all of who you are. They don't dictate your life, but you have to think better things. You have to learn how to be emotionally intelligent to be able to understand and control what you feel. Also, I believe that we should take advantage of all the opportunities that, life lays out. I know that, we make a lot of plans in our lives that we expect our own results. But sometimes your plan isn't God's plan, and sometimes that's why you get a different result. So if you can see the good and everything, and even when things are happening that doesn't seem to go out in your thought of favor, but it may be working out in your favor in general, you have to see it from an optimistic point. You have to know that even when things aren't going your way completely, they're going some way that is beneficial for you as a person. And I believe that when we stop thinking so pessimistically and negatively, we have a better chance of having a more abundant and prosperous life, and we can enjoy the fruits of our labors more peacefully. I also believe that when you learn to be able to love yourself and completely, wholeheartedly, effectively, give yourself what you need, when you're able to do something like that, that is the greatest ability anybody can have. Like, intelligence is great. I mean, being wise, I enjoy that. I love information. I love being smart. But I love the ability to be able to love myself and overcome things and, give myself what I need effectively so that I can love and care for the people I love and the people that I help that is not toxic or damaging to myself. So that is a very empowering thing, and I believe that people should really work on that. I also want people to know that, to love yourself doesn't require you to be physically built or good looking on the outside. To love yourself requires you to love your mind, the way you think, the way you feel, what you believe, your spirit, your soul, your mind, your body. So loving yourself requires you to do inner works, not outer works, because the outer manifestation of this life requires something that you can't even take with you. But the inner you, when you leave this vessel, that's all you have, okay? That's all you have is that inner you. So don't neglect to take care of yourself and love who you are completely, wholeheartedly. So when you I believe that people, I get it, it's a lot of people in this world that's not very passionate, and I have a lot of fire in me, a lot of passion for things, and sometimes when I'm learning something new, I get stuck on something. I'm like, oh, I love this, I like to do this, and it becomes another part of my, it becomes, because I'm a jack of all trades, so it becomes a part of me, and it becomes something that I love to do. It becomes something that I want to make money off of, something like it becomes my passion. It becomes another passion for me, and I'm a very passionate person about a lot of things, and I usually can't just choose one thing to be passionate about. It's a lot of stuff to be passionate about. Literacy, financial literacy, literature, reading, just it's so much to be passionate about. It's hard for me to truly decide what exactly I want to do. So I feel like you never should limit yourself into one niche. You should never limit yourself until like ideas, or put yourself in a box to the point where you can't create, or that you label yourself to a point where you're stuck in a box that you're unable to create different things. So if you're not passionate, I believe that, even if you're not, right? Even if you don't want to go down the path of resistance, I believe that you should work harder on experiencing. You should work harder on trying to explore and learn different things. You know, you don't have to be the most passionate person about anything in this life. All you have to do is learn to experience and go through life knowing that if you experience things and be willing, you can learn, you can grow, you can overcome. But even without passion, you could still become a great person. Some people say to live, yeah, living is great. You know, just living, you accomplished enough just living alone. To live and love yourself, that's enough. But it's better to live with a purpose. And to drift in life, it can be so destructive to oneself. It could be destructive to your character. It could be destructive to it could be suicidal. It could be so many things because you're drifting. You have no purpose. You have no passion. You have nothing that you're into, like a hobby or something that you're very, very caring about. You know, life is very lonely. And the ultimate reality of that is you should find things that make you passionate or make you grow. Things that challenge you, you might want to keep those things around because those are the most extraordinary things in this earth. Things that make you grow. The things that challenge you, your ability to think, your ability to do, your ability to figure out solutions, you know. Things that make you capable of doing things that you never thought you could do. Those are the things that you should hold on to. Those are the most powerful things that you could ever do in this life. That is amazing. You should try it. Also, I believe that our elders need more credit than they've gotten. Our elders before now, especially those who live in the recession time, we still have people alive that lived back in the times where it was really hard. We're coming back to a recession, guys. Take advantage of our elders, like the information that they do know. Now, I'm not talking about the information that they did know, that they couldn't teach you, that they knew nothing about. I'm talking about the stuff that they never was able to teach you because they was always busy working, or they was always busy, you know, trying to make a way for you, right? It's the time now to get as much information as you possibly can. Appreciate your elders. Take the time to go back and speak to them and learn more things about your history, your family's history, their experiences, whether they're war experiences, how war was, different things, so that you can be prepared for this life because naturally life do repeat itself in cycles. And it's many times and numbers in this universe where life will repeat itself. Major events, major things, events in your life repeat themselves. The ways you feel on certain days and the years and the months are the same feelings. So never feel bad for your past as well. I feel people drift and dwell and hang on to things that they can't change. If you really love yourself, you can accept the past, okay? You can accept the past and you can get past the past, okay? You can get over to the point where you can know that you didn't know better then, but you know better now. You don't have to feel guilty. You don't have to feel bad. You don't have to feel wrong. All you need to do is take the lessons that you learn in your experience of making wrong decisions, okay? You didn't know better. Now you do. Okay, don't feel guilty, don't feel bad. You're an amazing person, even if you made mistakes, even if you made bad decisions as a young person. You're great. Give yourself the chance, okay? Give your chance the chance to grow up and be great because life is already hard enough, guys. It's already hard enough, and if you're making it harder for yourself, then you make it impossible to live, okay? Life is already hard enough. Just accept your mistakes and get over it, okay? That's all you have to do. Accept your mistakes and get over it. You're not perfect. No one is. Accept that fact, okay? The best thing that we can do, I believe that, you know what bothers me about this generation? I believe that, you know, we live in a time where people don't want to be educated and, you know, have the access to all the information to be educated, to understand, to learn, to grow, to prosper, to have an abundant life, right? And even though everything's so accessible, things are harder to, you know, success is harder to obtain because things are so out in the open. When I was younger, or back in the 90s, or back in the day, when we had to search for things, we had to make an effort. We made an effort. If we wanted answers for our test, or open book test, we had to look through the pages of whatever the pages on the paper said. 100, look through 100, a page 100 through 150. If we had a 50-page, essay or something, we use all 150 pages to figure out the answers. These days, things are super easy. You could type a few words in and then information pops up. You don't have to work really hard in this generation, in this age of Aquarius, in this age of information. But your efforts need to be hard. Your authenticity needs to be great. Your uniqueness needs to be there, even if you don't have to work hard to get it. Because some people can become instantly popular like this, and then some of us, we have to work for it, and it's worthy to work for it. You want to work for the things that you get, because to get it and never work for it is unworthy. It's unworthy and unvaluable for anybody to obtain anything without effort or work. Anything requires, discipline, process, time, patience, consistency. It takes will and passion and undeniable belief. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe even when things get hard, even when it gets so confusing. Things get so confusing in life. But then it makes so much sense, because all the things that you had no answer for, when you overcome that trial, when you overcome that experience, that circumstance, that life problem, you get to the point you're like, man, why did I even ask that question? Things come in their own time, and divine timing is beautiful. God allows you to know things in his own time. So don't be too impatient with your life. And at this time, you can be focusing on yourself and your better health and judgment. Don't be so critical and judgmental to yourself. Take care of yourself with diligence. Be respectful to you. The way you treat people is it's the reflection of how you treat yourself. So remember that a bully is only a reflection of how they treat themselves. So if anybody's out there being bullied, mistreated, the bully just hates themselves. It's something that they're going through at their home or in their lives that they don't fully understand, that they yet fully overcome, that they struggle with, and they're taking it out on you, because you may either remind them of themselves, or you may be someone who they consider like someone they can be friends with, but since they don't know how to behave, they may consider you better than them. And just remember in life that people are just reflecting how they feel about themselves and projecting it to you. It's not necessarily how they feel about you specifically, but basically the reflection of how they feel about themselves. So in their hurting, in their pain, they reflect this stuff. So be mindful of people that are hurting around you, that are wounded, that are bullies, that are manipulative, pessimistic, say rude things randomly. You got to be mindful of the people you have around you, because that will affect you, that will affect your experience. Just remember, you are amazing. You are a wonderful person. No one can change nor dictate your life, okay? Don't let people hurt you to the point where you can't recover, okay? You guys are awesome. Also, we should give our kids the greatest opportunities to grow. We live in a world of information, okay? We should give our kids more than video games, more than the ability to sit on technology. Teach them natural survival skills. Teach them, about assets like the rich people. Teach them how to be better people, how to help others, how to be responsible. Please make this world a better place for our kids, for the kids in this world, so that we can have more generations to come with more abundance and more fruitfulness, that we can live a more conductive and constructive life, that we build a greater world and universe for the people in generations to come after us. So what are you doing to leave behind for those to come after us? Are you leaving something remarkable for the people to look up to? When you leave this earth, what are you leaving behind? What is your mark? What are you planning to do? What's your purpose? If you made it this far, you are awesome. You're amazing. Thank you for your time. You didn't have to watch this video. So peace, love, and happiness, and I love you guys.